Hi, Demi here. Okay, so I was going to film a winged eyeliner tutorial, but then I realized I should probably start with how I set up my face. Um, I'm going to show you how I do it, and I'm going to kind of talk you through some technique and things like that, but I'm going to make it relatively short because for some reason I can't do long videos for Tumblr. And I'm also going to show you the bare minimum of what I do, so literally just the canvas for the rest of your makeup. This is not going to be a look, but this is how I do my makeup to look natural. So no makeup is basically what I would call that. So what I start with every time is moisturizer. This is Equate Naturally Beaming Daily Moisturizer. This stuff is awesome because it's super moisturizing. But it has no scent. So if you are sensitive to that kind of thing, I would highly recommend this. It's a Walmart brand moisturizer. I've been using this for years. And I just do a couple pumps. And what you do with moisturizer on your face. So when you're young, you don't have wrinkles, you're just going to beat up your face, I know. But when you pull on your face, that's what gives you wrinkles when you're older. So when you put on moisturizer, as you can see, it's on my hands, like this, like you're scared. Press, press, like this. Do not rub on your face. It feels a little silly, and when you don't have wrinkles, I know it's easy to just not give two shits, but trust me, you don't want to rub, just press. I like to put it down on my neck too, just because I put foundation down there later. But I just press, and then if I need more, I add more. And in my case, I do need more because my skin's very dry. And then just press. Now, with your with whatever moisturizer you use, make sure that it is in fact a face moisturizer, because if it's a body lotion or body moisturizer, that is not what you want to put on your face. Trust me, that's going to break you out. It's going to cause redness, irritation, and all kinds of bad things. You don't want to do that. Okay, so now that I have my moisturizer on, the next step would be to add a primer for your foundation. If you don't have that, then a moisturizer is definitely going to do that job for you. I'm not going to put primer on because I'm not going anywhere where I need my makeup to set all day, and this is just a natural look, so it doesn't really matter. But if you are interested in a primer, there are a lot of brands that offer them. For example, this is a Sephora one, and I can talk about primers later on, but okay, so the next thing I do is my foundation. Foundations are distinct for everyone because of your skin type. My skin type happens to be very dry with I get spouts of oiliness, but I combat that with powder, and I'll explain that in a second. But this is the foundation I use. It's the Covergirl Clean Whipped Cream Foundation. My color is in 355. Shout out for any yellow-toned skin girls. This is the color that you should look into. Pink tones on yellow-toned skin does not work. It looks okay at first, but it really whacks with the rest of your complexion. So what I do when I put on my foundation, since I'm using a cream product, I just dab it all around my face. And I just realized I don't have a mirror. Let's see. Does that work? Yeah, kind of. Okay. And I go down my nose, on my chin, and sometimes I go on the bottom of my jawline, depending on my, if I have acne or if I have discoloration there. Okay. So, you remember how I said, oh, look how silly I look. Remember how I said that you don't pull on your face? The same thing applies to foundation. I'm going to go ahead and put it on with my fingers because this product blends super easy, so I don't need a brush. But what you do with these 3 fingers right here, press, just like this. If you have a foundation that is not easily blendable, or if you're having troubles blending your foundation, the biggest thing I can suggest to you is a good moisturizer, a base, like a primer, or what you can do is use a brush. And I am going to do a separate video on brushes because that's a topic I could talk about all day. So I can explain that later, but for now, because my foundation is very easily blendable, I'm just going to use my fingers. And make sure to, around your eyes, if you're going to put it around your eyes, make sure to get it in every corner because you do not want it to crease on you. Okay, another tip with your foundation. If the color of your face does not match the color of your neck, please, please blend it down. I don't want to be that person that says this, but everyone sees it when you have a mask. It is not attractive, and it's not what you want when you are covering your face. So blend down, just like this. And that's also why I put moisturizer there, because I'm going to put foundation here, which is what I'm doing right now. Okay, so then you just kind of look at what you have, check your canvas, which is your face. If you have any extra discoloration that you want to clear, you can do concealer. I'm not a fan of concealer because on my skin, I don't have a lot of redness naturally, so I kind of like working with my blemishes and my redness on my eyes and dark circles and such, because if I conceal too much, I look like a ghost. Okay, the next thing is going to be to put on powder. This is very important. If you wear foundation and you don't wear powder, I don't know how you live, because that's just crazy talk. So what I'm going to do is apply a powder with a big fluffy brush. This is an e.l.f. brush, and this is Maybelline Fit Me powder in number 240. So what I do, you can see here, I dab to get the product on the inside of the brush in the middle. This is important. So you dab and then you swirl, okay? And then that's going to get the product, if you can see there, all around the edges. Now, a big thing with a brush, with a powder brush, you do not want to push the brush on your face because that's just going to leave pockets of powder. And even when you go to blend it out, it's not going to blend thoroughly and it's going to look a little weird. So what you want to do, and it's going to feel a little silly, but kind of loosely hold the brush in your hand and then just kind of, if you can see how close I am, flick it along your face like this. Really soft, just kind of tickle yourself. And again, tap and swirl. Loosely hold the brush like that, and then apply it around. And then you just apply the powder wherever you feel fit. And what this is going to do is it's going to make sure that the powder is evenly dispersed on your face. Again, tap, swirl, and it's not going to be too caked on. Now, if you use a flat top brush, and again, I'll explain that later, make sure if you're going to buff it in that you apply it with something like this first, because you don't want to just cake this stuff on. And the powder is going to set your foundation. If you have a cream product, that's very important, and it's going to mattify your face. Now, if you have oily skin, mattifying your face is going to be very important because it's going to reduce the shine. If you have dry skin, you might not want a mattifying powder. What would help is getting a foundation that's going to add kind of a dewy shine to your face, that it kind of adds, superficially adds that moisture.